Kilo Romeo 4 Bravo Zulu Juliet. CQ Kilo Romeo 4 Bravo Zulu Juliet.
KR4 BZJ, this is W4MSI. Heard you calling there. Go ahead.
One of the number one questions I get asked when people find out that I'm an amateur radio operator is, one, I don't have enough time for that. B, I tried and it's just too much going on, I can't figure it out. Or C, I don't know what that is, tell me more. My name's Lane. I'm based in Western Kentucky. I'm a general class ham radio operator, call sign KR4BZJ. I am the operator of the account, the Informed Republic project. We're going to talk about amateur radio. Hopefully I'm able to get you guys through this within a week, get you from not knowing anything to buying the radio and on the air for the cheapest that you can possibly do it and the quickest amount of time you can possibly do it. So when I got mine, I had 3 to 4 people telling me what to do, and I conglomerated it all together to make a system that worked for me, and I got through it really fast. I passed the test with a 34 out of 35. So hopefully within a week we can have you a radio and on the air for around 66 bucks, I think is what it is. So hang with me and we'll get there. All right, so we're over at the desktop now. I'm going to include this flyer with this video. So on our Substack, there's going to be the article that talks about it. Under, you'll have some facts, and down here at resources, I'm going to provide all the links. I'm also going to provide a PDF printout that gives you everything you need, so you can print that out and you can actually scan the QR codes, and that'll take you to everything you need to. And you also have the links on the Substack, so I'm making it as redundant as possible. So first thing we're going to start with is the radio. So this is the radio you see me using outside to hit the repeater. You can get it right now for $16.08 on Amazon as of 1/30/2026. So this is a fantastic starter radio. There's been millions of them made. Everybody knows a little about them. There's tons of parts, and if something goes wrong, you can throw it out and buy another one for $16. But I've had several and had none of them ever mess up. So they're pretty good for $16.08. So once you buy this, the reason why I put this first is because it keeps me accountable. So if you buy this and you know it's going to be delivered, say next Thursday, February 5th to Browder, which is where I live, it gives me a week. So I know I got to get everything done, knocked out within a week, so that when it gets here, I can actually use it. So that's a good way to keep yourself accountable. Now, the second one, the second on the list is go to create a ham study account. So you're going to go to hamstudy.org. You're going to create an account. So you need to make this because you're going to use this for your tech for sure. And then if you're like me, you went for your general. And I'm working on my amateur extra right now. So if you go down, you're going to make the account. And this is optional, but I recommend it. You can go over to the ARRL website and you can download the question pool. I think it's 390 questions within the question pool, and your test will have 35 questions pulled randomly out of that question pool. So you can actually download this for free, print it out, and then while you're watching your video, you can use it for notes. This isn't necessary, but this really helped me because as he was talking about the correct answers, I was writing notes about the correct answers. So number 4, you can get the HRCC technician playlist on YouTube. It is good till the end of 2026. So once he updates it to the next year, we can change that. But for now, this is the one we're using. So he does an absolutely amazing job for this. And I would not recommend anybody else. If it wasn't for his videos, I would probably wouldn't have passed. So kudos to HRCC for providing all the fantastic information for us. So I've got the link in there. After you get that set up, you're going to go watch the first sub element. As you're going through, if you downloaded the question pool, circle the right answers, underline, make notes, all that good stuff. Go through the first sub element with him through the video. After you get that done, go to ham study. Here's the important part. You're going to click on technician. Then you're going to go to study mode. You have got to change it to T1 only. You need to start going through these. The more you do, your aptitude will go up. You need to get 90% here and 100% seen. Once you're making a 90% or more better aptitude on all of these flashcards, you can move on to the next one. So if you get one wrong, it's going to drop it down. If you get one right, it's going to bring you up. So as you're going through, you need to slowly watch that climb to 90%. Once you get 90%, then you can go back to your playlist, go down to the next sub element, watch the video, make your notes, drop down, go to T2, all the way through till you get to 10. So T0 is labeled as, or T10 is labeled as T0 here. So once you got that done, you will go take your practice test. So this is what I recommend. In my personal opinion, if you can go to Ham Study and you can go to practice test and you can take 3 of these practice tests and get a 90% or more, you will most likely pass your exam, no problems, and probably miss only 1 or 2. So take 3 of these, get a 90% or more 3 times in a row, and you'll be ready to go. So after you've done that, you've passed through your practice test, you need to create an FRN number, and that's your number associated with the FCC. And the FCC has done a good job of creating a how-to. So I will link this above. It's on their website, and it shows you exactly how to get your FRN. FRN is associated to your name and not necessarily your call sign, because your call signs can change. Your license can change. What you're permitted to use can change. But this is what always stays the same. So it's kind of like your ham radio social security number. But this will take you through exactly how to get your FRN number through the FCC, and that'll get you set up for your test. So let me go back over here. So you got your FRN number. Now you need to schedule an exam. Now to do this, you need to go to your Ham Study site. You need to click Find a Session. The important part is that you need to show remote only, and this will only show you the ones that you can do online. So the only things you'll need for this is you'll need 2 devices for authentication. You'll need your ID, and you'll need an FRN number, and then you'll need your payment. So all these are showing $15. That seems like what they're averaging in. There's one for 12. I seen one. There's one for 5. There's one for 5 here. But once you get that set up, once you get everything set up with them, you'll be able to take your test. Now, this is not necessarily a substitute for taking a test at a club, because that money really helps the club, and it encourages more people to come out and take tests. So if you can take one at a local club, I encourage you to do that. But if you're on a time crunch and you're wanting to get this as fast as possible, which is what this video is for, I would suggest going to the remote section on Ham Study and just doing it whenever it fits your schedule. So when you take your test, you've got to pass a 74% or higher. There's 35 questions out of 390 question pool. At the very end of all this, the FCC is going to send you an email. You're going to pay a $35 fee for them to file all of your paperwork. They will then issue a call sign, usually within 24 hours. I got mine the very next day, took my test at like 6 o'clock at night. The next day at like 4 o'clock, I had a call sign in my inbox. And you can go check that on the ARRL's website to see if it's showing up in their database too. But once you got that, you're ready to get on the air. So within 13 to 20 hours is what was estimated when I ran the numbers. You can complete it with 1-2 weeks. If you have 0 experience with radios and you have 0 radio equipment, start to finish, $66.87 roundabout, according to the date of 1/30/2026, and then your time for study. I've heard of people getting on an airplane, studying for 6 hours, getting off the airplane, taking a remote test, and passing. So it just depends on how you test take, how you study, and how motivated you are to get it. So I'm going to include all the resources in the Substack article, which is the most important part because that's where everything will be linked together. This YouTube video will be in the Substack. All of the resources will be in the Substack. The PDF download with the QR codes in it will be in the Substack. The links to the ham study, the ARRL, HRCC technician playlist is all here. One thing I do want to add, if you go to Amazon, you can get the book. So I bought the book, and I highly encourage you to, but it is not necessary since we get the question pool for free. But I'll loan this book out. I reference it for information, and this is what I use to study with. So I passed my general by printing out the question pool, but I really enjoyed having this, especially considering new hams, people that are interested, you can just loan this to them. But it's not necessary. It's $32. It's well worth the money for your library. So I think that's it. Let me go double check. So I think I've covered everything. The only thing I want to mention is make sure you subscribe to us here on YouTube, like and follow us on Facebook. On X, we're getting things moving. Instagram, we're getting things moving. And, of course, the Substack is the most important part because that's where all the information is going to be moving forward. So thank you, guys, and I hope that I can hear you on the waves at some point in time. 73's KR4 BZJ.